Hello everyone, it's Christine here and I'm back for our stitch along and we're continuing with ribbon stitch and we're going to do a ribbon stitch rose. Now the book says we can either use pure silk ribbon or rayon ribbon. Now I had this one in my collection. I don't know where it's come from. It has been wrapped up so it's got some slight kinks. I haven't ironed it, I probably should have but haven't done that. And they're in the book using 12mm wide rayon ribbon. So like 1.2 centimetres, so probably slightly bigger than this, but it has a similar look to the ribbon that they are using in the book, which I will show you here. So it's sort of got that same look to it. So I thought I'd give it a go. We'll see how it goes through the fabric. Now to start, I've drawn myself a circle using my friction marker, and I'm just going to put myself a little dot in the middle as a guide. So I'm going to start by bringing my ribbon out from the back. Near to the centre, right, not right in it, but just next to the centre here, using my chenille number 22. So the ribbon has come through, so that's a good start. If it doesn't come through easily, then you're probably not going to be able to use it. So I'm going to lay it flat and using a gentle tension, slide the needle under the ribbon to spread it. So it's that same technique we were using yesterday. And then holding the ribbon lightly, gently raise it so the ribbon makes a small hill. So I guess just raising it enough that it sort of sits out from the fabric. And then hold the raised piece of ribbon with the left thumb and take the needle through the centre of the ribbon and to the back on the marked circle. So we're doing that same process as yesterday. This is where it's going to go through. I was worried it wasn't going to go through. Now we just need to make sure we don't catch our ribbon on our embroidery hoop. Just keep my thumb there and let it do its little. And so we carefully pull the ribbon through until the end begins to curl. So it's just curling at the end. So I think that's probably enough. And now we're going to come to the front at the opposite side, just below the centre. Now I might need to make sure I'm not trying to come through my ribbon when I'm doing what I'm doing now. So let's just make sure we're separate from where the ribbon is. Managed to pull a bit of ribbon fluff through, which we don't want. And as you can see, I've probably been a little bit overzealous with pulling through, so I'm just going to let my ribbon puff up again. And we're going to do the same process. I might turn my piece around and use the needle. I wonder if I need to turn I think this ribbon almost has a right and a wrong side. One side that's slightly more glossy, so I'm going to try and keep that one sort of sitting to the front. I might just need to twist a smidge more to get it to come out of the hole the direction I want it. Okay, and then we're going to use that gentle pressure just to create a little hill so the petal sits a little bit up from the fabric to create our rose. And so I'm going to pull just until we get a nice little twist happening. Probably enough of a twist, I reckon. And then we're going to come out and do two more on both sides. So again, just be very gentle with your ribbon, whether it's silk or this a rayon. If this is indeed rayon, it feels different to the silk, so I think it probably is a rayon ribbon. Don't know where I got it from. Might just give it a bit more, oh sorry, I'm off camera, just a bit more of a hilly effect. And then take the ribbon to the back and let it just form its little petal. And then we'll do one on the other side. Always just this first little bit of getting the ribbon through that can just feel a little bit tough. And again, I'll probably just use my needle just to plump out the ones that have already been done. Make sure they're not losing their plumpness with the process of pulling. Okay. And then again, I will use my thumb to hold it and my needle to lift it up so it tents out a bit. Sorry, you're seeing a lot on my hand. I'm going to pull it through until it just starts to curve up the top. And now we're going to put in a stitch in each of the gaps around here. I might just let my thread, not my thread, my ribbon just take a bit of the tension out of it. And then I'll put my ribbon behind, my needle behind the ribbon, and use that to create a little hill, a ribbon hill, and then take my needle to the back. Pull until it just starts to curve nice. Now I might at this stage just need to check that I'm not coming through where my ribbon is, so I'll just position my needle so that it doesn't pierce the ribbon at the back. Well, that wasn't going to come through there, it just needed a little bit of wiggling gently. But yeah, you don't want to work with long lengths. This was the full length of this little remnant of ribbon I had anyway, but it's probably a smidge too long, I don't know. So far so good, but it's just all that sort of wear and tear on the ribbon passing through the fabric that you want to minimise so that you get more out of your ribbons. So again, I think I'll angle, what I'm doing is when I come through from the back, I'm angling my needle on a bit of an angle so that I'm not risking picking up the ribbon at the back. Or you can just take a look each time you do it to make sure that you don't have any problems. Now it looks a little bit twisty, whether it's caught on itself or formed a little twist. I'm not sure if that's going to give me the best little effect there. It's like the ribbon has got a little bit of thread caught around it or something. Let me see if I can release it to get it untwisty. Otherwise it might just not make a petal. What I might do here is I might put a little stitch in because I want to have the ribbon fully bouncy, so I'm going to actually just take that stitch to the back, which will just create a little bit of extra, a little bud in the center, let's say, the little bud of the flower, and then I'll just need to bring it out and not catch on ribbon. So let's see if I can do this, and hopefully I've got rid of that bit that was a bit twisty. Yep, now I've got my fulsome ribbon, which will be much better to work with. I'm just going to tighten up my fabric in my hoop as well. Sort of need all conditions to be cooperating with ribbon embroidery, because it is just that little bit more fussy. Unless you're doing as Jennifer says and just letting the ribbon do what it wants to do. But I'm trying to make sure we follow the process for this particular ribbon stitch rose as per the book, to give you the benefit of that as well. And so again, I'll try and angle my needle out a little bit. There we go, and final stitch, make a nice little puffy petal, and then take it through to the back. And so obviously I'll raise my little circle with heat. The friction marker erases when heat's applied to it. But that is the lovely little ribbon rose. So in the book they just put 2 to 4 French knots in the centre of it, which I suppose we can do. I'm not sure how I'll go getting through the ribbon, but we can give it a go. Just put, oops. I think I've done the wrong thing of taking, hopefully I haven't pulled too much on the front. Oh, yes I have, so I'm going to have to just loosen this final petal up by putting the needle under it and letting it puff back out, because I'd started to pull it through to the back, which we do not want to do. So I use the same colour that I used on the other. It's just a regular embroidery floss, and I'll just try and come through where I won't catch on the ribbons. And again, I might just do a single nice large French knot to position into the centre. Just need to move it over a smidgeroo. It's wanting to sit slightly off to the side, so I might need to bring a stitch through just to hold it exactly where I want it. So if you do get a French knot that's being a little bit rogue, you can just bring a stitch through, catch it, and then that will help it to just stay where you want it, nice and central. So yeah, that's again a lovely dimensional, and it's good to be able to use this other, I'll have to keep an eye out for the rayon ribbon to see if it's more readily available, and if I could get some that was white, I was thinking yeah, you could make your own variegated ribbon as well. So thanks for watching, and tomorrow we are going to be doing a lily flower, although the book actually looks more like a lily pad and flower, so I'm actually thinking I might do my base bit in green and then do the flower, but we'll get to that tomorrow. Thanks for watching everyone, see you tomorrow, bye.